What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to pronounce some more difficult contractions in English. After watching this video, you'll be able to pronounce these contractions like a native speaker. Before we start, remember to click on the subscribe button and the bell and follow us on Instagram for more English tips and lessons. First, let's review what a contraction is. A contraction is the combination of a subject and an auxiliary verb, or any form of the verb to be, into one word. For example, instead of saying they will see, native speakers would say they'll see. This is how native speakers would say this sentence, but many English learners don't use contractions because they don't know how to pronounce them. So, let's see how to correctly pronounce some common English contractions. Let's start with the contraction he'll, which is the combination of the words he will. So, remember that contractions are pronounced differently depending on if we say them by themselves or if we say them at normal speed in a real sentence. If I say this word by itself, I pronounce it as he'll. Notice how I say the full E sound. However, that's not the way I would pronounce this word if I say it normally in a sentence. When I'm speaking normally, I pronounce this contraction as hill. Listen one more time. Hill. Notice that I don't use an E sound. I use an I sound. I pronounce it the same way I pronounce the word H-I-L-L, hill. Listen to these examples. He'll be there. He'll never learn. He'll love that. Do you hear the I vowel sound? I wouldn't say he'll wait. I would say he'll wait. And I wouldn't say I think he'll do it. I would say I think he'll do it. Do you hear the difference? And remember that we don't stress the auxiliary verb, we stress the main verb. So we don't say, I think he'll do it. We say, I think he'll do it. Alright, now let's look at the contraction she'll, which is the combination of the words she will. When I say this word by itself, I might pronounce it as she'll, but that's not the way I would pronounce it when I speak normally. I wouldn't say she'll, I would say she'll. Listen one more time. She'll. Notice that there's no E sound. There's an I sound. Listen to these examples. She'll be okay. She'll never know. She'll call you back. Do you hear the way I'm pronouncing it? For example, I wouldn't say she'll go. I would say she'll go. And I wouldn't say she'll enjoy it. I would say she'll enjoy it. Do you hear the difference? Okay, now let's look at the contraction it'll, which is the combination of the words it will. Notice how I pronounce it. It'll. It'll. The letter T becomes a D sound, and we say the contraction with two syllables. It'll. Listen to these examples. It'll all be okay. It'll get better. I hope it'll last. Native speakers always contract these two words if possible. We don't like saying it will if it's not necessary. We wouldn't say it will never work. We would say it'll never work. And we wouldn't say it will end soon. We would say it'll end soon. You got it? Okay, lastly, let's look at the contraction that'll, which is the combination of the words that will. Notice how I pronounce it. That'll. That'll. Just like with the word it'll, with this contraction, the letter T becomes a D sound, and we pronounce the word with two syllables. That'll. Listen to these examples. That'll help. That'll be fun. I don't know if that'll work. These words always get contracted if possible. Native speakers do not like saying that will. For example, we wouldn't say that will be enough. We would say that'll be enough. And we wouldn't say that will work. We would say that'll work. Alright, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Leave a comment and tell me which contraction was the hardest for you to pronounce. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, and follow us on Instagram for more English tips and lessons. I'll see you next time.